You're gonna make Daddy crash.
Finished the first run of the day here on the global qualifier track. My first run was 15-1, 15-1, and then 14-8 or something like that. Then I went one more, but it was a little bit slower because of a slight mistake. So that gave me a 45-1, which puts me third on the global qualifier for now. Obviously that's going to change because there's a lot of qualifiers yet to run, but I feel really good about that so far for the first run of the day. So I think I've got like 10 more attempts or something like that today. Okay, as the day has gone on, it's gotten significantly more windy. I mean, like, there's moments where it's like just gale force winds, and it's starting to make it really hard to get those good lap times in because, like, mid-heat, all of a sudden you get this big gust of wind that's going to take your whole quad and send you out of control. And so I'm just making a bunch of dumb mistakes now. So the first race of the day, so it's a double header. I did the first race and set my second. See, here's a gust of wind now. You know, this is this kind of stuff that we're dealing with. Like, this is pretty significant. But so during the first race, in heat 4 or 5, I set what is now my global leaderboard time of like 44 seconds flat. Nothing amazing, but it's really good. And then now we're in the second race. So I won that race, and now we're in the second race, and I'm just trying to kind of get a better time than Propsicle, who's ahead of me. So, you know, my goal personally was to win a couple races this weekend, and so now I've got to just kind of push and get a good time in my next, like, I think I have 2 runs left to get that time in, and you know, that will kind of, for me, what I'm trying to do today, you know, is just win both races and get going. So I got a couple more attempts. I got to get it done. Got to put some work in, but it should be good.
The Nerf's current time is for number 2.
Number 2.
Oh.
We're number 2 in the world. Yeah.
Back to number 2, huh?
Yeah, right.
We're all good at something.
So I'm trying out these little things called MR30s, which are basically just little connectors that pair up with 3 connectors, and then they have a plastic bit that goes over it essentially as heat shrink like that. And I'm using them to be between the motor and the speed controller so that I can make quick motor swaps. But one unexpected feature I just had was that when this arm broke here, the MR30 actually saved the motor because it just unplugged in the crash, and so this just came free, pulled out the motor, and then instead of like ripping the wires out of the stator up here or doing any damage down here, it just pulled out. And so now I can just swap the arm, screw this motor back in, plug it in, and be good to go. So interesting little feature. So at this point we have finished the first race of the doubleheader, and we've been racing the second race of the doubleheader. Now my goal again for the weekend was to go for as many wins as I possibly could, but I was currently in second place behind a guy called Propsicle. He had a much faster time in the second race of the doubleheader. So this is my last-ditch effort at setting a faster time and getting high enough on the leaderboard to win that second race of the day. We went right down to the wire. Last heat of the last round. I put in a couple great laps. We got a little scary and like literally down to the last like milliamps of that battery. I rolled it through the start finish gate and got a pretty good qualifying time for the second heat. So it's gonna be about a second faster than anyone right now. So I have 3 heats to wait to see if I hold on to my win for the second race of, or sorry, for the third race of the quadruple header here in Moberly, Missouri.
So I don't think they would give it to you because you don't see you go through the gate.
That's fine. Do you give it to me?
In what manner? Like,
did I win the second race of the day?
Well, you did. Well, so far, I still have a heat to go. It could happen.
That's a 66% win rate for the weekend. That's pretty good. I got second yesterday. I got 2 first places today. Now we're headed to the 4th race of our global qualifier first thing in the morning in Springfield, where hopefully I can take another first. Maybe get that bumped up to a 75% win rate, get at least a C grade on the weekend. But I mean, other than that, I'm super happy with how I did with the global qualifier. I mean, we managed to get second globally for now. That's going to change, I think. But you know what? I'm super excited about that. I'm really happy about how today went, and I can't wait to stay flying.